Welcome back. Shalom to everyone. We continue with part 3, the Holy Convocation and how it is celebrated. This is the continuing series of what is Passover all about. Now, these were the instructions that were given regarding the keeping of Passover as we continue. First of all, we had to set aside the lamb without blemish on the 10th day of the month. Number 2, kill the lamb on the evening of the 14th day of the month. 3, spread the blood on the side and upper posts of the door of the house. 4, roast the whole lamb with fire. 5, eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. 6, anything left over would have to be burned with fire. 7, they had to eat it with their clothes on, ready to go. So I would also suggest continuing reading Exodus 12 all the way through to verse 27. So we already read Exodus 12, verse 1 through 11. So start verse 12 and continue on through verse 27. And also the chapter of Deuteronomy 16. Now, the offering of a sheaf of first fruits is the next part of what we are going to talk about. The morning after eating the Passover was considered, as you know, as we said, a high holy day. And this starts what is called the days of unleavened bread. During these days, there was always a weekly Sabbath, and that Sabbath had special significance. There was a wave sheaf or first fruits offering that was required the day after that Sabbath. So let's read in Leviticus 23 again, starting in verse 10, and we continue through verse 16. Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, when you be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then you shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it. And you shall eat neither bread, nor parched corn, nor green ears until the selfsame day that you have brought an offering unto your God. It shall be a statute forever throughout your generations in all your dwellings. And you shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that you brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall you number 50 days, and you shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Now, the phrase from the morrow after the Sabbath has brought misunderstanding and disagreement among those who keep these days as to which Sabbath is spoken about. Some contend that the Sabbath talked about is the actual high holy day. Others say it is the weekly Sabbath that is talked about. What confirms which Sabbath it is that we are to be counting from is Leviticus 23, verse 16. And it says, even unto the morrow, after the 7th Sabbath, shall you number 50 days, and you shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. So it's the morrow after the 7th Sabbath is when a new offering is going to be done. This counting is important because it gives us the day for the next festival, which is the Feast of Weeks, or also known as Pentecost. And we'll talk more on this in the future. So, the day after the weekly Sabbath is when the first fruits of the grain harvest is offered as a wave offering. This is always a Sunday, and it usually coincides with the day that is celebrated as Resurrection Sunday, which many know as Easter. So, as we continue in this series, what is Passover all about? We're going to talk about what is said in the New Testament about Yahshua or Jesus' role in the keeping of Passover.
When Yahweh restored Zion's fortune, we thought we were dreaming. Our minds were full of laughter, and our tongues shouted for joy. Amongst the nations, it was said, Yahweh has done great things with us, and we are overjoyed. Restore our people from exile, Yahweh, as streams fill valleys in the rugged